Hello and welcome back to the Metaverse. In your own opinion, would you consider For Honor dead? I would argue a good portion of the player base would agree, or at the very least most would say it's either heading in that direction, or it has become far less enjoyable than past years. But why is that? What has caused the player base to say that this game is dead or dying? A few weeks ago I asked this very question to see why people were quitting For Honor, and if they ever saw themselves returning. Let's see some of their answers, shall we? Before we begin, make sure to like and subscribe. I plan on doing more community styled videos based on you guys' views and my personal takes on them. Also comment below what types of videos of this style you'd like to see, and with that out of the way, let's get started. This has been the community's biggest gripe with the game since its release. Though I can see the criticism being more valid this time around, considering the game is much faster than the older version. However, light spam isn't that bad. I could be that guy who just says haha just parry it bro, but there are some ways around it. If you're like me and have the reaction time of a fucking foot, dodge attacks and dodge bashes are good enough to get around that bullshit. Hell, if you want to be a real man, just hyper armor through that shit and make them your bitch. The second half of this comment I also can sympathize with. I just can't find myself ever enjoying a character enough to get 70 reps with them, and there's two reasons for that. One being I'm not a virgin, and two is because there is an absolute lack of incentive to want to even strive for that shit. What reward is there at the end of that pain and tedious journey? A garbage fucking emote that I've never seen a single person use? Thanks but no thanks. I'll just bounce around to whoever I find interesting that day, cause at least I'll get some kind of variety. I've always found that weird. Once you hit rep 8 with a character, you've pretty much unlocked everything you really care about. All armor sets unlock, and you have basically every material color. Going beyond that, it's basically just colors and ornaments. I'm not saying you can make every rep meaningful, but at the very least you could do an emote for every 10 reps, and rep 70 gets that emote under execution. You guys are always releasing executions no one's going to buy, so at the very least give the people who make it to rep 70 something to reward their efforts for sticking to one character. This one sums up what everyone's plight is with this game honestly, the game's recent lack of originality. However, the part I want to attack first is the testing grounds one. I've been pretty critical on the testing ground for a while, and rightfully so in my opinion. That feature is literally a goldmine that they just won't take advantage of. A new testing ground should be released every 2 weeks. It doesn't even need to be anything drastic like a full-blown rework. It literally can just be smaller stuff like quality of life changes, like speeding up Lobrina's bash, or changing damage numbers on feats and the way they interact with each other. Maybe just give Gladiator dodge recoveries on his moves. Hell, maybe you can remove Jorm's bash cause that shit is way too fast. Like, who is actually reacting to that? UB, please nerf. This one is fair. It's what pretty much everyone does. I'd be willing to bet everyone playing this game only plays for roughly an hour, maybe 2, then doesn't touch it for a day and maybe more cause there is nothing happening. This game's content cycle reminds me a lot of the older Call of Duty cycles, where it's just one big meaningful content dump, then they slink back into the shadows until the next big content dump. I think we can all agree any game that wants to survive in this day and age should produce meaningful content at a semi-decent speed, or else their game will be super mega dead. Which is why I mentioned the testing ground shit so much. I need content, damn it, and the weekly shit you'll release ain't shit. Like seriously, I don't care who you are. There is no way you are coming your pants over these weak ass emotes and executions. This has become a gamer-wide issue as of late. Not everyone wants to play against I Sweat for fun 69. Some people just want to sit back and play casually. But playing against sweats makes the experience unenjoyable, cause you can't have fun when the sweatiest player alive is trying to clip the fuck out of you for absolutely no fucking reason. But to that same point, you can't tell someone the right way to have fun, if their way of fun is to pick the best character in the game, and ruin the game for everyone in the lobby, then that is well within their right to do. They paid for the game, and if that's their way to unwind from a stressful day, then who are you to take that from them? Fun is subjective at the end of the day. I personally like to have fun for stacking characters with the homies and trolling the last guy alive. It's obviously toxic, but goddamn is that shit fun. There were a lot that had to do with this topic. And for varying reasons. Ranging from the game felt too different from what they were used to, or what they enjoyed. Or people felt it ruined the overall flow of the game. They favored reaction offense instead of prediction offense. Even post CCU characters being overpowered. I get where you guys are coming from. The CCU was definitely a shock to the system when it first dropped. But for how much we hate it, it certainly was a good thing. Offense should be the focal point of this game. Because defense is way too ridiculous. Of course certain changes they did, I personally wouldn't have made. But overall the CCU is a positive for the game. But is it more fun? That one is a more subjective viewpoint. But personally, no, I enjoyed pre-CCU a lot more. I personally liked the slower gameplay. It felt more like feeling the opponent out, rather than mindless throw attack and hope it lands. Before I dig into this one, let me say this first. I really did not know anyone cared about the lore of this game. I only knew the part of the cataclysm that fucked the world with no rubber. Then at some point Centurion dies or something. And then magic became canon. I never followed the story that closely because it's a game about warriors fighting. I don't need a reason to beat the living shit out of someone. If I see them then it's an on-site affair. Now back to the comment. The battle pass really is a waste of money in my eyes. The fact you have to spend real money when other games with battle passes let you buy them with in-game currency is downright stupid. You can literally make it 40,000 steel or some shit. There is no way I'll ever spend real money on this game. That's ridiculous. This game has always been buggy, so that's not anything out of the ordinary. Pirate and Conk now are annoying at best. I wouldn't say they're OP now though. They feel at least more fair to fight at the very least. However, Elise Conk was absolutely fucked on. I may make a part 2 on this video, but that's only if you guys want to see that, because a lot of you guys commented on this post and gave some great replies that I felt we wouldn't have time to truly get into without this video becoming 20 minutes long. So for now I'll stop it here. If you would like another part to this, then get this video to 100 likes and I'll make another. I love you guys, and until next time.